afternoon, Camp Davy Crockett.
I'm Hayden.
And I'm Zeph.
And welcome to another episode 5 specifically, of the Camp Davy Chronicles.
Today is 76 days till camp. Woo!
Man, that's almost less than half of 2 months.
I don't know, but that is less than 77 days.
That's true.
So camp is almost here, and we are excited around here. I don't know about you guys, but you should be excited too.
I'm excited. I just had a meeting with Greg, and he was telling me about all the great things that are coming to camp this year, about like improvements and stuff.
Oh, yeah? And
it is definitely going to be awesome.
It will be awesome. Hayden, tell me about some of the improvements that we're going to see at camp.
So you're going to see an all new, well, it's not really all new, but it's a refreshed headquarters building.
Wait,
and
really?
So, yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. And so
they're going to completely demolish it and replace?
No, they're not going to completely demolish that.
Okay, cool.
But no, they're renovating like bathrooms and the kitchen in there. And I mean, it's some like smaller stuff, but it's going to look awesome. It's going to be awesome.
That actually seems like a pretty big deal to me.
They're putting an HVAC system down there.
What?
So it'll be heated and cooled instead of like by a fireplace, which will be awesome.
Oh my gosh. It's still going to have the fireplace though, right?
I assume so.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
That fireplace is important.
It's, iconic. It is. It's definitely going to be cool.
Is it still going to have the picture on the wall with all the faces?
They have to leave that there. I'm pretty sure that's been there so long that it's just stuck to the wall.
I hope so, because if they try to remove it, then I would hope it resisted and fought back.
Yes. There's too many faces for it not to resist.
So, in case you weren't aware already, it is the 50th anniversary of Camp Davy Crockett. That's true. There is tons of cool swag on the way for the 50th anniversary, including an exclusive Camp Davy Chronicles patch.
Yeah, that's true. We just got approval for it. It's going to be awesome. I don't want to tell anybody what it looks like because I want it to be a secret, but it's definitely going to be worth the wait.
The weight?
So, yeah, for us.
Worth that. So it will be worth its weight in gold. Maybe.
No, I doubt that. But it's worth coming to camp to try to earn.
Yes. So, details coming soon on how you can get it.
Yeah.
Because it will be rare.
And so, but that's not the only patch that they're releasing this year.
It's not?
No, it's not. Let me tell you about some of the patches.
All right.
So the council is making a 50th anniversary patch set, okay,
yes.
Which is going to be awesome.
Yes.
Now, the only way to get this patch set outside of participating in all the events is going to be pre-ordering it, right? Okay.
Because they need to know how many to order.
Correct. Exactly.
That makes sense. That's why pre-ordering exists as a concept.
And so pre-ordering will be here the next couple weeks, hopefully by April 1st. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's going to be $20, and here's what you're going to get. You're going to get 4 council strips, okay? They're going to be rare, obviously.
Rare council strips.
2 OA flaps.
2 OA flaps.
Which are the pocket flaps.
Even if you're not an OA?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, you get the patch set.
All right.
And then you will get a 50th event patch for summer camp.
Okay.
And then you will get a large back flap.
For like your
back patch.
Your wool scouter jacket or
correct,
whatever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or just for collection. All of that's what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... patch of $20.
8 patches for $20. Guys, I don't know a whole lot about patch trading and prices, but I do know that is a ridiculously low price for that many patches that will be rare. Yeah. So, I mean, in the future, they'll be rare.
Now, the only other way to get all of those without pre-ordering is to be an OA and to be on camp staff.
Which is like, I don't know, 10 people?
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're not in both of those, then you can't get the full patch set, and then that means you'll be upset that you didn't pre-order it.
Yeah. So, I was thinking, this kind of sounds like an advertisement, so I would say like not sponsored, except we literally are sponsored by the council. So, this episode of Camp Davy Chronicles is sponsored by the Sequoia Council.
I have already decided I'll probably pick up 5 sets just for myself.
Sets?
Yes, because...
Okay.
Listen, I am all about patch trading, and these will trade like crazy because they're going to be rare and because it's specifically the 50th.
That is true. They will be valuable.
But that's not all. Yeah, I know.
Wait, that's not all?
That is not all.
Well, because there's also the Camp David Chronicles patch.
Oh, well, yeah. But that's still, so that's all for the patch set.
Oh, okay.
But there is actually something that they are calling the swag bag.
Wait, what?
Yes, the swag bag for $39.99.
Okay.
Okay, $39.99.
39 United States dollars and 99 United States cents.
Correct. You get a swag bag, which includes the pull string backpack.
Pull string backpack.
With, obviously, all this stuff has the 50th anniversary logo on it.
Yes.
A hat, a shirt, a water bottle, and a pen and a small notebook.
Okay.
Which, I mean, for $30 or $39.99.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Pretty swag.
Yes. That is,
as the kids say.
That is true. It is pretty swag. So, as Zeph has said. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And then there's also supposed to be a couple of other odds and ends that you will only be able to get at camp if you go to camp. So, it's going to be cool. Oh, man.
That was very belated, but I was trying to find a swag sound effect.
Oh, man. Well, I guess
I've been thinking that we need a soundboard to up the energy, and I don't have one. So I just looked up the air horn sound on my phone and played it like 20 seconds late.
That's awful. But yeah, no, definitely make sure that you pre-order. Keep an eye on Facebook. I'm sure as Camp David Chronicles will share that post that the council posts.
I guess we will now. We've just committed to it.
And so keep an eye out for the pre-order, like I said, hopefully April 1st.
Yes. If you follow the Camp Davy Chronicles on Facebook or the Sequoia Council, but you should follow.
Yeah, if you follow a council, you should follow us.
Yeah. But if you follow only one, it should be Camp Davy Chronicles. Just saying. I mean, we're obviously more important. I mean, not really, but
yes, I got to see the artwork for these patches, and oh my gosh, they're amazing.
I've seen a few of them.
So
let's see.
Okay. Well, I mean, that really wraps up our sponsored segment.
Yeah, except first ever. I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, we would just be talking about this anyway. Because
that's true.
Yeah. So it's like it's not sponsored in that we were specifically paid to talk about this. We do not get paid to do any of this. We just got the council to say, sure, you can do this. So
So, but yeah, no, it's going to be awesome. That's for sure.
Yes.
So what else is happening?
Well, not the camp staff meeting yet because snow happened. Which I'm kind of mad that snow happened on March 11th because as pretty as it looks when it snows that much, it's way too late. And there were already so many flowers that had started growing and really pretty trees and everything that died because of the snow. And I'm very salty. Yeah,
the classic ecology director.
Yeah, okay. Like, snow, stay in your own months.
Yeah, it's funny though. It hasn't snowed like before then or after then. It was like 60, 80.
Yeah, it was.
And then it snowed that one day.
70 degrees, and then the next day there was like 6 inches of snow, and then it was like 70 degrees again 2 days later. I think it's ridiculous.
I think what was the funniest part about that is the day before or the weekend before or something, me and Clayton and JD were sitting there talking, and he had said, JD specifically said, rain or shine, I'm going to be there, and then he wasn't.
Well, it wasn't rain or shine.
Yeah.
He didn't account for snow.
Oh, maybe. While we're talking about JD, he wanted us to clarify. He sent a message. He wanted us to clarify some stuff.
We have spread misinformation in his name.
Yes, and he wasn't a fan. Maybe. So here's some stuff. We actually had a 3-year record on volleyball. This is the 3rd episode that we will have mentioned this. So I'm trying to correct it.
Woo! Go staff! Volleyball.
So we had a 3-year winning record, and he did not count COVID year.
Yes.
So in 2021, we had a 3-to-1 win-loss ratio.
Mm-hmm.
In 2020, that was COVID-19 year, so we're not counting it.
Okay.
And then in 2019, we had a 4-win, 1-loss ratio.
Right.
In 2018, we had 3 wins, 2 losses.
Okay.
And then he also said that he has lost Magic games and that he would not claim to have not lost
What? That was like a quadruple negative. I'm not sure what you actually said there, but he's not afraid to admit that he has lost
Correct.
a Magic game in the past. Cool.
Yes.
At least one.
Right. Yeah. That's all he admits. Lost one back in the day.
Yeah. And speaking of JD, so our staff meeting has been combined with the second one that was going to be in April. So now that's going to be an overnight at camp. And at that weekend, we are going to record our next episode with our first special guest, JD Lawson.
JD Lawson,
yes.
The official Camp David Crockett program director.
Yeah, that is who he is.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
So tune in next episode 2 weeks from now, April 11th. Yes, April 11th for JD featuring episode.
Yeah, this is where we'll get to ask him the questions. And then we'll get to ask him your question from the previous.
I don't remember what it was. We'll have to go back.
We'll have to go back and
find it.
But yeah, so that's going to be fun. And then we get to, we're going to take a deep dive into his scouting career and his stories. And he is full of good stories.
And I'm sure that we will also talk about volleyball again.
Yes. We got to keep this trend up. Unofficially, like we haven't been doing this on purpose, but we've done it every time so far, almost, except the first episode.
Have we talked about volleyball every time?
I feel like the first episode we did say like go volleyball team or something.
I feel like we might have missed an episode somewhere that we never mentioned it.
We'll have to.
I don't know. We'll have to go back and edit it in.
Yeah.
Volleyball is, staff wins. Yes.
Yeah, staff wins all the time.
Always. At least for the summer ratios,
Correct.
We week one though.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird thing.
Anyway, we always win. Okay.
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting. I'm excited to hear JD's stories.
Yeah, and I'm excited for the first staff meeting still because I thought it would have already happened by now and we were going to talk about
That's true. We're going to get to learn all the new staff and all that. But now we have to wait.
It's gotten held off and now we're still in this filler episode stage.
Watch, it's going to be funny. It's going to snow that weekend.
Oh my gosh.
In the middle of April. Yeah.
It's going to snow like 5 feet.
JD has always said if it snows during summer camp, he'll quit. And so maybe
would he quit in the middle of the summer?
I don't know. I think we'll have to ask him. Yeah, I'll write that down, and we'll have to dive deeper into that. This could be the year.
Deeper into the snow.
Yeah, this could be the year.
This could be the year that it snows at summer camp. You never know. We got some. I don't know.
It's weird.
Okay.
Weather's just we can't predict it.
All right. Do you want me to ask you a question for another discussion topic, or do you want to go into the word of the day?
We can go into the word of the day.
It is your choice. I'm leaving it up to you. Our fate is in your hands.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, I guess we will do the word of the day then.
All right. So, Hayden, I have a very special word today.
Oh, man. Can it beat waffle?
I don't know. The word of the day is disparbled.
Disparbled?
Yes. Okay. This is a Middle English word.
A Middle English word.
It is a very old word that is no longer in modern usage of the language. So I think we should bring it back.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
Disparbled is a very fun way to say dispersed, disbanded, or scattered. So like if a group, an organization, like for example, in Middle English literature, the Knights of the Round Table were disbanded, you could say they were disparbled. And that's way funner to say.
Interesting. Yeah. I have noticed that my words are easier to pronounce than yours.
I don't know. Cattywampus was a little weird.
I don't know. I feel like that was a high quality word.
But when I looked at the word written down, it looked completely different from the way you said it. And I was like, that is not how I would pronounce it. And when I looked at how it was pronounced, it's pronounced like a different way in every town in the world. So
yeah, that's true. It is spelled a lot more different than... You get what I'm saying.
So, at least if you look at this on paper, you can see pretty easily how to pronounce it.
Like, it does look like
this.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You can't see it if you're listening to the podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
But it
just imagine a phone being held up with the word on it.
Disparble.
Oh, we have never done that before.
We've never spelled it on the... You should have spelled cattywampus, really, because I wanted to know how it was spelled. I did not have any clue. And when I tried to Google it later, I literally couldn't.
Interesting. Well, with that, it is the segment of the joke of the day.
Okay.
Which, I've had a thought.
Okay.
We say that this is the joke of the day or the word of the day.
Yes.
But then we do this every other week. And so, should it be like the word of the weeks?
The word of the 2 weeks? Yeah. The word of the fortnight?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. No.
We shouldn't use that word anymore. That's a word that's been ruined.
Yeah. That should be taken out of the English vocabulary.
It was such a good word, though, back when it was a good word.
True. Yeah. So in my quest to find the best joke in the world, I have found a pretty good one.
Okay, now to clarify, this is not the joke that you said last time that
Correct.
You would use
next that is
time,
true.
Because you're saving that for when JD's on.
I did not realize.
The next episode when it's JD's on, it'll be my turn for the joke today.
Well,
so maybe we should just both do a joke. Or,
like this week? Or?
No, because I don't have one ready.
So, no. Yeah, I didn't realize JD was going to be so close. Like, we were going to interview him so close. And so I'm going to wait with that one because it'll be the best joke.
So maybe next time I have the joke of the day, but you have the bonus joke, which is like the joke of the month. I don't know.
Yes. Okay. the joke of the month.
Just to put more pressure on it.
Right. Okay. So I've got a good one.
All right. Okay.
Are you ready for this, Zeph? You might have to like sit down or something.
I am sitting down.
What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back?
A stick.
A stick.
Wow. I got it right.
Yes, that was genius. It's people like you, Zeph, that ruin jokes.
Pat myself on the back there. I got an A on that assignment.
Man, now I feel like I should say another one. Just because,
I mean, you could.
Because I've started a list.
Maybe that was the warm-up joke.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, are you ready for this?
We're giving you all kinds of bonus jokes now.
Are you ready for this?
Sure, let's take.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ha ha.
Ha ha who?
You just laughed. What? See, you laughed at my joke.
What?
It's genius. See, that one wasn't good. That's why I didn't say it from the start.
It's a joke that forces you to laugh at the joke before it's even over, but then it's not really a real laugh, and then you're just left in stunned silence because of how stupid it was.
Correct. See, that's why it wasn't a good joke. That's why I didn't say it first.
Well, I don't know which one was worse or better.
The second one was definitely the worst one.
Maybe.
So, okay. Well, I guess we're going to move on back into our life stories.
Life stories?
Yeah, life stories. We decided that we should probably talk about our first years as campers.
Oh, wow.
Being at camp, because that's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
I remember going to camp and like being there as a youth and thinking this camp couldn't get any better.
Yeah.
And then now I've grown up and looking at it and it's like, younger me would be so amazed at how far the camp has come with the dining hall and all different stuff.
Sure, yeah. But also, it's never going to be the same, like, as when you were young.
That is true. Because we had, like, I know, older people than us, like actual adults that listen to us when we're talking, they're always like, well, we had it way rougher, but I feel like when we were in the canvas tents, that was like pretty bad. And so,
wait, was there anything else before the canvas tents?
I'm sure it was just outdoors.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Originally they had to bring in their own tents. With like first
I don't know.
Summer,
I don't know. See, that's
Dale
something
has
else.
told this story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely need to like find some people and interview them as well, so we can find the. Because I only know back up into when we started going to camp.
Right. I mean, I've heard some about before, like Dale's stories about the first summer, but Anyway, when was your first time at Camp Davy Crockett?
I don't know what year was it.
We'll call it Camp Davy Fun.
I don't know what my first year like just visiting. I don't even know the first time I went.
When is the first time that you set foot on camp property?
I have no clue. It was probably when, like, because it was before Scouts, because we went to Weeblo's resident camp and stuff like that.
Right.
And so I'm not sure an actual time.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's been a while, at least 10 years.
Yeah, mine was 10 years ago, summer 2012.
Oh, wow.
The 40th anniversary.
Wow.
Although I don't remember them.
No, I don't. I think you only do 50 or every 50.
Only every 50. I'm sure they've never mentioned the anniversary ever before.
Yep. No.
Not a single time.
I doubt it.
Anyway, but that was Weeblo's camp when I first went. Right. And I had a great time, even though no one else in my pack was there. It was I was there with my dad and a friend of mine who I didn't even know was going to be there was there, and he was in another pack. And I was just like, oh, and we were just happened to be in the same campsite, so we had good times together.
Isn't that cool? Where our council's over like Tennessee and Virginia, a little bit of Virginia, you get to make friends like all over the place.
Yeah.
And then you come to camp and you don't even know that they're going to be there, and you're like, hey, I know you.
Right. I mean, I didn't know him from Scouts. I don't even know if I knew he was. I don't even know if I knew he was in Scouts. He was just there, and I was like, oh my gosh.
See, that's how it works. But no, I remember, of course, your first year as being at camp, you're scared. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
That's like normal.
Yeah.
Okay. So I remember like being scared and stuff, but of course, all the older kids always like were there to support you and stuff like that. Sure. So it was always fun.
I mean, I remember that first time we closed camp, even though it was just like 2-3 days, it was simultaneously the coolest thing I'd ever done. Yeah. And also I was like, terribly homesick. Both at the same time.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Yeah. But
and then once you leave, it's like you want to go back.
Like, I knew that I wanted to do it again every year forever. So,
And then now you so far. So.
Yeah, so far.
But no, I definitely remember that. And like you said, being scared, like kind of homesick and, stuff like that. And so, but that was interesting. And then I'm trying to think of like good stories
like specific stories.
Yeah. It's hard to think back that far. I mean, I feel like it's been
I have a specific
long time ago. Well, then go ahead.
So, when I was younger, I was pretty afraid of tornadoes.
You're scared of everything.
Yeah.
as kids are.
Yeah. But I had like a fear of tornadoes that went back. Like I was scared that a tornado would show up and
that's reasonable. Like maybe not in Tennessee.
Yeah, and my mom would always tell me like we don't have a lot of tornadoes in this area, So not, but I was just like, but what if we did? Okay. So anyway, we were, and this is past the height of this fear. But it was still something that existed in my mind when I thought about like bad weather.
So that means it probably still exists a little bit today.
Maybe. I don't know.
We should make a fake tornado.
Let's not. Okay. So I was out there at the like ecology porch parade field area. Okay. And it was the first full day. So the day before we'd been told about the drills, the code red and the code blue, and that there was going to be a drill. I had completely forgotten that there was going to be a drill.
Yeah.
So I was like, it was after some class, and the other people had moved on, and maybe my dad went into the trading post or something. I don't know. Yeah. Like I was pretty much alone, and I walked out into the parade field because I saw some turkeys up in the parade field, and I wanted to see how close I could get to them. Okay. But like slowly and like respectfully, like I wasn't going to try to touch them. I was just going to be like, I want to see them closer up. So I'm like halfway out the parade field, which when I'm a small 10-year-old is like a mile.
Yeah, okay? Of course.
Like I look down the parade field at the trading post and it looks like I will never get there.
Yeah.
And then I hear the code red siren going. I'm like, oh my gosh, that means a weather emergency. I'm going to die. No. And I look up at the sky as I'm running back to the trading post and it's completely blue, clear sky. I'm like, that's weird. Why is it? Where's the tornado coming from? And then I got there to the porch and there were a few other people on the porch and I was like, oh yeah, this is a drill, isn't it? And they're like, yeah, it's fine. It's about to stop in like 2 seconds.
I have never heard this story. Yeah.
You haven't?
No, I haven't. And this is great.
That was my first time at camp. My first code red drill.
Wow. Yeah. I'd never thought about that as like, I mean, because I used to work at first year, and so you would be up there and you would have all the younger kids when these drills would happen, and so you could see like. They were not really scared because we were there. Like, this is just a drill. Don't worry about it. But I never really thought about it being like, you forget and then you're out. Yeah.
Especially where I had like wandered out into the field by myself.
Yeah, you were like 40,
I had no
40 miles away from the trading post.
I had no one around to tell me that it was just a drill.
Right.
So, pro tip, if it's your first time going to camp, don't forget that there is an emergency drill on the first day, and it is a drill.
That is true, and it's normally before lunch.
Yes, it is normally before lunch.
So
don't tell anyone.
That's the pro tip, is be close to a hard shelter before lunch.
Yes, like the dining hall.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I never really thought about that. Because, like, up at first year, you got to see, like, you got to be there with kids to, like, when they got homesick and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But it was funny. Every time, so, like, the first couple days, there was, like, this turning point.
Right.
That for some kids was in the middle of the week, and then for some others, it was, like, at the very end. But they would go from homesick to, like, this is the best place in the world.
Yeah.
Why haven't I been here my entire life?
Yeah.
and then by the time they're leaving, because you see them on Friday night, and they'll be like leaving if they leave Friday night or even Saturday when they actually are supposed to leave. You'll see them and they'll be like, I'll be back next year. And I was like, it's always just a great feeling.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, I've always thought that was interesting. And then it turns out that Annie, Dell's dog, is a great homesickness tool.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Annie is the best. If you guys, if you don't know Annie, go to camp and meet her right now. She's the greatest, sweetest dog.
Yes.
I love her.
But I remember like Cheryl or even Dell would bring Annie down to the first year shelter just to visit or something. And like kids would just completely forget that they were homesick and just be like, oh my gosh, that's a dog.
Yes.
And so that was great.
Yes. So one last point to touch on, I think, before we go into your thought of the day.
Okay.
Is this weekend is the Cubs STEM weekend at camp.
Right.
So we need to get pictures from that event.
Right.
To put on the Instagram page.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone is expecting us to talk about that as well.
Yeah. So this is just a disclaimer. We'll talk about it, even though, in our time it hasn't happened yet. But the STEM weekend was this last weekend. As of the release of the episode. So we're gonna pretend it already happened. No, not really. But but STEM weekend was very fun. I've heard about it, so I know it's going to be fun. I've heard about the plans. So
it's going to be fun. Fully packed.
Like, it is like there. Yeah. It is. There are going to be a lot of people, and there are like a lot.
I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
It makes a total sense. STEM weekend's going to be fun. It's going to be at camp. There's also a shooting weekend. And so at the same time.
Oh, at the same time. So you're going to be shooting and not stemming.
Correct.
Okay.
So
I heard that they're going to have like a robot hand thing and like other stems. I don't remember.
You heard more than I did.
Yeah.
So.
But we should put pictures of it on Instagram today.
I will take pictures. Well, yeah, I will take pictures of it and of camp in general, and then we will post them then.
Yes. So, and we need extra. We need extra pictures of camp. Yeah. So, because last time I told you for Klondike to take a backlog.
Might have forgotten.
And you took like one picture. So,
okay. We're going to go ahead and move on. Yeah. Now, this one is an interesting one, I think. So
Hayden's thought of the week.
We need that on a soundboard.
Yes.
So this one's been going around social media. Okay, so it isn't a
That's
Hayden.
How you know it's bad.
Yeah, it isn't a Hayden original thought, but I have been thinking about it recently.
Okay.
Because it proposes an interesting question.
Oh boy.
So I'm sure people have heard of this. Are there more doors or wheels in the world?
What?
Are there more doors?
Yeah. Yes.
Or wheels in the world? It proposes an interesting question because you think about it, okay? And so you think, oh, well, obviously the answer's, like, you pick one, right? Obviously the answer is wheels because cars have wheels, cars have this, right?
Yeah.
You got to think about this, though. On average, a car has 4 to 5 wheels because the spare tire as well, right? But on average, a car also has 4 to 5 doors.
A spare tire is not a wheel, though.
It is, though.
It's just a tire.
Well, no, it's things that are circular are counted as wheels.
Okay. Anything that's circular, then I think there's more wheels.
No, but it is a wheel. Okay. But then you got to think about this. There's doors on everything. Like filing cabinets.
Okay.
Gas I mean, there's things all over the place that are doors, and so are there more doors than wheels?
Okay. What do you count as a door then? Like, I mean, like
anything that opens, like a hinged flat surface that opens.
Think about this though. There are way more, like in terms of toy cars, there are way more of those that don't have doors.
Well, that's what the thing. So, okay, here's
most toy cars don't have doors.
I've been following this on the social media.
Okay.
So, Hot Wheel came out, and they were like, "Hey, we've sold a bunch of cars that all have wheels and no doors." Yeah. Right. Okay. And they put a specific number out there. Right. Okay. So we were like, that's cool.
There's also rolly chairs like this one.
Right. But then GoPro came out and said that they sold their GoPros since like whatever, like it was like Hero 2 or something.
Okay.
That all had a waterproof housing that had 2 doors on it.
That's 2 doors. Why does that have 2 doors?
I don't know, but and they said that they had sold more quantity wise than Hot Wheels sells in cars.
Is it twice as much though?
I don't know, and so it's an
not
interesting
as long either, because
debacle.
Hot Wheels are older than GoPros.
And so we'll never know.
I mean, we'll never know.
But
unless someone wants to take a census of all doors and wheels.
You gotta pick a team wheel or door.
I think I'm fully team wheel.
You think you're team wheel?
Is older than the door. I think.
You think so?
Yeah. And I think
they used to use wheels for doors. Remember, they rolled the big boulder and
like a tombstone.
Yeah,
in a cave. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And so who knows?
I mean, does that count as a wheel?
I don't know.
Does it count as a wheel if it's not on something? If it's just a round rock? I don't
know. That's the interesting part of this. And so we'll never know. But I think personally, just to oppose you, if you're gonna be team wheel, then I will be team door, because I don't have a good argument for either one of them.
So you just want to be against me?
So I just want to be. Against you.
I mean, that's fair enough. Maybe we should compile evidence and bring it to debate next.
Well, I think that we should test this on a small scale.
On a small scale. At
Camp Davy Crockett, are there more wheels than doors?
I think at Camp Davy Crockett there are probably more doors than wheels.
I don't know. It's interesting,
but
because you got to think and it depends on the specific time as well. Because obviously, if all the cars are out there,
but that would increase the number of doors about the same.
That's true. See, I mean, this is.
I think that on camp specifically, there are more doors than wheels because there are more buildings and vehicles.
But is there? But see, wheels aren't necessarily on. Right. I mean, just on vehicles,
like a dolly or something. But
correct.
But I think there are still a lot more doors on camp.
So my task to you. is to go count all of the wheels
in the world
at Camp David Crockett.
There will be more doors on camp, but more wheels in the world. That's my hypothesis. I can't test it because I can't count them all.
It sounds like you can, because I mean, it's an interesting. I think there are more doors.
Okay.
In the world.
Yeah. I mean,
because houses don't have wheels.
Usually.
Well, most houses don't have wheels. But they have doors inside and on the outside.
That's true. That is true.
And I mean, it's interesting. But see, everybody uses the car as an argument. But on average, they have the same number of wheels as tires, because you have 4 door in the West.
I feel like cars really aren't even relevant because they pretty much cancel out.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Except toy cars. That's all wheels.
That's true. That is all wheels. So. Well, on most of them.
Most of them, yeah. I mean, like Barbie cars have doors, but,
Oh, is that what you had when you were a kid?
No. I had Lightning McQueen and cars.
Well, I think this is a good place. So let us know if you're team wheels or team doors.
Team wheels or team doors.
And I think this is a good place to leave it off.
I think so. Yes.
So pre-order your patches.
Pre-order your 50th anniversary patches. Stay tuned for information on how to get a Camp Davy Chronicles patch, which will be extra super rare. And follow the Instagram and all the things.
Yeah, one more person for Twitter.
Yeah, one more person on Twitter.
So follow that. Stay tuned next week not next week, next week for JD's interview. And that's about it.
Next time, JD.
Yeah.
It'll be exciting. We'll talk about volleyball.
Yeah. Hopefully watch. We'll forget and randomly
the joke, Hayden's joke that he's been hyping up for like 3 weeks now.
Oh, yeah. It's not necessarily a show winning joke.
Okay.
But it'll make JD upset, and that's what's really, that's
what it's all. That's really the whole goal of the podcast.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, it's a great day to be a scout at Camp Davy Fun.
Bye.
Camp Davy Chronicles. It's a podcast about